Welcome back to Gallery Watch. We are still in Fremantle at the Kidogo Art House. And this is Barbara, who is the curator of our exhibition today. How do you get the 7 artists, including yourself, together? So what was the concept, or how do you organize it?
Well, I think for myself, it's people that have crossed my paths as an artist on her journey. And I suppose I see it as a path. I'm travelling and things unfold. And that's other fellow artists that might come and go.
William, here you are. So you are another exhibiting artist. You've done stoneworks.
I am a stonemason by trade, and I do like to work with timber and stone.
And where you learned your stone masoning?
Back in Germany, I've done my education as a stonemason. Shortly after that, I came down to Australia. I fell in love with the country, and I thought that my opportunities are going to be much bigger here than they would be back in Germany. So I decided to stay. I love Australia. I like Fremantle. The material that Australia's got to offer, even down here in Fremantle. Well, this piece here actually finished today, last minute. It's a designer bedside table featuring some Australian hardwood and Donnybrook sandstone, which are offcuts that are left over from jobs. So quite often I use material that hasn't been used up at the job, and I'll take it home and turn it into artwork. Yeah. This other art piece, a stool. Well, it started off as a stool, and it still is a stool, but I'd like the idea to turn it into a bar chair, actually. So I'm going to possibly make another opposite of this, so it's going to be the same as that, only that it's a bit taller, and then I'm going to connect the two. The torso was made in 2004. It's one of my earlier studies that I've done back then when I was living in Hamilton Hill.
So what do you think about this exhibition? What does it mean to exhibit together with another 6 artists?
Well, it opens a lot of opportunities, or at least I hope it will. Getting to know more of the Fremantle community, and I don't see this as a competition. I think an art piece is something that you enjoy doing. So, and that's what we do as artists. We just enjoy doing what we're doing, and we keep going. And now that we have this exhibition, we actually have the opportunity to for other people to see what we're doing and what we're happy with doing. And whatever the outcome might be, I'm happy with whatever, really. I don't have to sell a piece here. I'm just happy to be here and get to know more people, good people.
Thanks, William.
Thank you.
Look, I think at the end of the day, what's really important for artists is to take and accept support if it comes along, but to maintain your own strength and get on with it anyway, and then things happen. You can't sit around and wait for support. It's nice if it comes. If it doesn't, use your own energies, do things like tonight, organise stuff. Don't wait for anyone else to organise it. Don't wait for the city to do it. It's not their job, actually. It's yours to get on with it. And if the cities find that positive and want to get behind it, hallelujah.
And it's time to time, probably they get behind things.
Yeah, occasionally they do, and that's great, and I think we celebrate that. And if they don't, look, artists have been working in Fremantle doing fantastic stuff for a long time. Fremantle's blessed with having a whole range of artists in different areas, but that have done spectacular, internationally acclaimed things. The best thing we can do is celebrate it.
Here we got Lisa, one of the exhibitors of tonight. Lisa, what you made for the exhibition?
Well, I've got pottery, which is like my day-to-day. I've got my sculptural work, and I've got paintings. So it's nice to finally put them together in a show, because quite often I'm just doing one or the other. Yeah.
So you are yourself eclectic
I think so.
to do lots of different
My name
things.
should be Lisa Eclectic, not Lisa Pennsylvania. That'd be a good name.
Can be done. And tell me, where you started to do art and why?
I think in my teenage years, I had a really good art teacher who encouraged me to do it because I didn't have any other outlet. I think music was my first love, and then I went from there to here, and then I was made to choose, and now I can do both.
So what's your background, Lisa? I know you're born in Fremantle.
My family, my mum was born in Sicily. She came over in the 50s. My dad was born in Fremantle, but his dad came over when he was like 10. But we're going back a long way. We're going back 1890s.
So that's all Sicilian background.
Yeah, or Fremantle too.
All Fremantle as well. So it's not that eclectic like your art. So what is...
It's an eclectic place, you know.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, it is.
So where your energy is coming from, Lisa, to do these wonderful works?
It's about energy. It's about like the vessels kind of capture an energy, and like I've left a lot of the coils in them to kind of enhance that idea
charge
of
up,
growth.
to charge
yeah.
up.
Yeah, and I think with the wheel work, it captures that idea as well. And as you can see in the paintings, we got a lot of energy happening. So I think energy at the end of the day, trying to build it, make it higher, make it purer. Every now and then you've got to go through some stagnant bits or some not so high bits, but I think this is a nice collection of the more up pieces, yeah?
Lisa, do you know the other artists?
I do. Barbara I've worked with in the past. She's a teacher at the Islamic school. So all the artists in this show have been teachers at the Islamic school. They've done residencies there. So that's how this collection of artists.
And you as well?
Yeah, me too.
So where is this Islamic school?
In Langford. Yeah.
So that's not in Fremantle.
No, but it's just over Canning Bridge.
So what do you planning for next year? Where are you going with your art?
Oh, bigger. Anyone that'll have me, let me do a show. I'll be there with all my art. Installations, giant sculptures, whatever.
Having a Fremantle base of this receptivity of people responding and having that same energy as myself makes it eclectic, and that's why I chose to have us all under one heading of eclectic energy, where we can all be individuals communicating our style, our natural energy through a medium that we share with the community and voice.
It is my real pleasure to be part of it today. Thanks, Barb. Thanks to all the artists. You've done an amazing job, and I really want to thank you for what you're contributing to this town. A nice one to end on, so with that one, the chair is open. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Great Freo exhibition down here at Godogo. 7 artists from all different styles. So yeah, very Fremantle in some ways.
It a little bit resembles Fremantle, that's for sure.
And what I like as well is just you got that sense of diversity and passion, and in many ways the art's telling the story of these people's lives and their passions.
I think the formula, the way we run the gallery, where artists can actually book the space, they're here in the gallery, they're looking after the work, they're meeting the public, has been a very successful result.
So how many exhibitions you usually have in a year?
I would say...
Or events?
Events, we would have about 200, between events, exhibitions, classes and things going, yes.
All the works have something special, of course. Lisa's patterns, beautiful throughout her ceramics and sculptural forms. And, I think Trina's works very defined in her own abstraction. William's sculptures, he's a genius in his ideas of design that he comes up with. He's always, on to the next thing. And then I really like also the work by Andy Huda. You know, I think his relationship to material is very special. The way he works with line, very beautiful. Yeah, Bev I love, because as a child I always went travelling. My parents came here to Australia from Ireland, and we would go to the Pilbara, the Kimberleys, Albany to Esperance. So Bev, I saw her work at an exhibition. She's an older lady, which Bev Russell was an art educator, but I asked her to be a part of the exhibition because it just throws in and makes that word eclectic energy really sort of have its own reality in every meaning of it, because there's such diversity in the artists. Bev's road trips that she's showing as a narrative in the landscape, and the colours and the ponds and lakes are really quite beautiful. The way her technique is, with her years of dedication to practice, comes through. It's quite minimalist. Mine's probably a lot more textural and rustic, very primitive, but I think in mentioning two different styles that are sitting next to each other, they still all have this common love for nature, and I think that's what unites us all. Yeah.
Barbara, thank you very much for the invitation and being part of this exhibition.
Thank you very much, Tibor. It's great to see you again.
And don't forget, next week, same time, same channel, Gallery Watch.